Devin Nunes throws down the 10-ton hammer on the DOJ with a monster ultimatum by US4Trump.com. Devin Nunes and Bob Goodlatte, House Judiciary Committee Chairman, have laid it down to the DOJ and FBI. They want the documents that the DOJ is not forking over. The documents must be received by Monday 5 p.m. or the House will move forward with the next proceedings, which may include obstruction and impeachment of Rod Rosenstein. Additionally, the Gateway Pundit reports Representative Devin Nunes sent a letter to the DOJ on Sunday. He's working overtime. Nunes is giving Rosenstein and the DOJ until Monday at 5 p.m. to turn over the rest of the documents on the illegal spying on the Trump campaign. Representative Nunes wanted the DOJ to reveal when the spying on the Trump campaign began. Gateway continues, it is widely believed the spying took place before July of 2016, when the DOJ previously said the spying began. Last night, around 11 p.m., the DOJ sent a letter to Nunes after sending a partial list of the documents to the Congressional Committee. To read the two-page letter from the FBI to Nunes in full, well, we get the gist. Earlier today, Maria Bartiromo on Sunday Morning Futures reports that Nunes will be sending a letter back to Rosenstein saying, look, you haven't given us everything. You have a new deadline of Monday at 5 p.m. Specifically, Maria then lists what Nunes and company want to know from Rod Rosenstein. A. Who is responsible for ignoring the request for information from the DOJ and FBI? Ray or yourself? And B. Did the FBI use informants, spies against members or associates of the Trump campaign? And how many? And how much money was spent on them? In a separate wave of documents, Bob Goodlatte says about his documents that they are promised to us by 5 o'clock tomorrow. He says he is looking forward to seeing them, and then says we would prefer to have them produced voluntarily rather than use more subpoenas, but we'll do whatever it takes to get to the information that leads us to the truth. Let's take a listen here.
Finally got back to the Intel Committee, and Chairman Devin Nunes last night at 11 o'clock at night, he's writing a note now back to them, basically saying, look, you haven't given us everything. You have a new deadline of Monday at 5 p.m. tomorrow night. And they say, did the FBI use informants against members or associates of the Trump campaign? And if so, how many informants were used? How much money was spent on their activities? And who, you, Rod Rosenstein, or Director Wray, is responsible for compliance with the committee's subpoenas and requests that have been issued to the DOJ, including the FBI? They want those answers by tomorrow night. Have you heard back from the DOJ, from your request?
Yes, we have been, well, first of all, we've had an ongoing relationship. This document room that I described to you earlier is very, very important and has yielded a tremendous amount of information, thousands of documents produced at our request. We've seen them all unredacted before we get them. So that's very important. We had additional specific requests. They were slow with some of those. In fact, one of those is still promised to us by 5 o'clock tomorrow. So we're looking forward to seeing that, but we're also looking forward to making sure that they understand this is an ongoing investigation and this production has to continue because we're going to identify new documents. We would prefer to have them produced voluntarily rather than use more subpoenas, but we'll do whatever it takes to get the information that leads us to the truth.
All right, we've got to move on to immigration. I'm going to take a short break and then come back, ask you what is next after your bill failed last week, Mr. Chairman.
In ending, do you think Devin and team will go though with the go through, I guess, through with the, if they don't get the documents by 5, I think so. I think so. I think this time they're going to go through with the subpoenas and impeachment if this is not rectified. I think Devin Nunes just has enough, and they're going to be held in contempt. They're going to also hold Rosenstein and Sessions in contempt if they don't produce the documentation. So for them to give some of the information, but they're looking for more time, I say don't give them anything. So this is the ultimatum. Enough is enough already. What, time to mess with the papers and redact and omit and let them go searching and then find that there's information omitted? But Nunes is very specific. He wants to know these specific things, and they better hand over the documents of these specific things, of the who is responsible for ignoring the request, if they used informants. And Nunes also wants to know when the investigation began, the spying on Trump, because they're saying it happened July 6, 2016. But he wants to know the dates, if it happened before, which it did. And we all know that, before the July 2016. Because then they're implicated big time, and that's the problem where I'm not sure. Are they going to cave? I don't know. But we'll see what takes place tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.